All right, here we go. We have MMA royalty in the building. Tito Ortiz, welcome to Vlad TV.
Right on, man. Thanks for having me on the show. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, man, a longtime fan. I actually remember the first UFC videotapes back in like the 90s, what was it, about 93 or so is when they first started
93,
dropping?
that's when I just graduated high school. So, yeah. I didn't fight until 97, so it was a minute.
Oh yeah. Back then, when there were just no rules at all, there were no weight classes. You can kick people in the face while they're down.
Right. It's gone through a huge
Everything.
evolution since then, so.
Conor McGregor and Floyd Mayweather. Everyone was surprised that fight actually even came together because it's never happened before. An MMA boxing match, it was fantasy. You know, everyone expected McGregor to kick, Mayweather in the face or something of the sort and end the fight. But it actually was a decent fight.
Yeah, it was a decent fight.
Do you see more of that happening?
Maybe not. I think boxing is on its up and coming now because they are making champions again. It's not like UFC where it's just a conveyor belt of the same type of fighters. But companies like Combate America that I fight with, they're looking out for the next brands. They're looking out for the next type of fighters they can make brands of. And that's going to be my job because I got hired not only as a fighter but as an ambassador of the company. So it's going to be amazing.
Well, you joined Bellator around 2014. And you had, 4 fights. And you won 3 of them.
Yep, I beat their champ at the time. Shlemenko, and then I ended up fighting Stephan Bonner, and then I am fighting Liam McGarry for the world title. I lost him by reverse triangle, and I just made a mistake. And then I fought Chael Sonnen and beat Chael Sonnen in 2.5 minutes. Shut that guy up pretty damn quick, let me tell you.
Right, and then last year you fought Chuck Liddell yet again.
Yeah, for the last one, and it was one of those things that Chuck Liddell, and this is the funny story, so this is a good story right here, that Chuck actually calls me out and says he wants to fight me, and he's coming out of retirement, and he wants to kick my butt, and I just was laughing about it. Then all of a sudden, everybody on social media saying, oh, you're afraid to fight Chuck, you may not even show up to the fight, and he's on TMZ saying, oh, Tito probably going to show up to the fight. I was like, man, do I really got to kick this guy's ass? So I stepped up and I fought. And, UFC backed it. We're at the Hall of Fame right before the fight, and they had us face off at the Hall of Fame. I was like, wow, they really want to promote this, so this should be good. We fought with Oscar De La Hoya and Golden Boy Promotion, and come to find out, this is their first pay-per-view that they have ever done. Prior to that, HBO always did their pay-per-views, so I got sold something that wasn't true. They never did a pay-per-view before. They didn't know what they were doing, and they didn't market the right way. They didn't have the right PR team doing the right things, and our pay-per-view was horrible, but I got the knockout in the first round, and I was happy.
How did that feel to knock out Chuck Liddell in 2018?
It felt great, and it felt a lot better than it looked, let me tell you. I was... It's just the hard work paid off. Like I say, I put an 18-week camp in, and I got my hand raised, and I was happy. I was thankful that I was able to do what I always wanted to do, and it was at the expense of Chuck Liddell. He wanted to fight, so I got my hand raised, and it gave me a little rejuvenation of my career. I wanted to do something more. I wanted to fight more, and I called my friend Randy Couture, who I lost my world title to because we became friends after that, and I said, Randy, when you were 43, what made you decide to come back and fight when you were 43 and for the UFC and win the heavyweight world title? He's like, Tito, well, I didn't feel like I was done. I didn't feel like I was over, and that's all I needed to hear. And I said, all right, man, thank you. Hung the phone up, and I brought my kids downstairs, and I told them, I go, boys, I want to fight more. And they had a big smile on their face, like, Dad, we know you can do it. We support you. And here we are right now, fighting in Combate Americas, this coming Saturday, December 7th, as I face Alberto Del Rio, former WWE heavyweight champion, who's fought in Pride, who has a record of 9-5 in mixed martial arts. So this will be an exciting fight. I put in a 19-week camp to this point, and I'm ready for war, man. I'm ready for war.
Well, I saw the face-off. You ended up shoving him pretty hard.
And I didn't even shove him that hard. I only probably shoved him like maybe 60%. he don't realize what he got himself into, man. He's fighting a legend. He's fighting someone who's been fighting this game for 22 years. I fought the best of the best, the who's of the who's at light heavyweight. This weight is this fight will be at 210 pounds. I leave tomorrow to go into Texas, and I'll be fighting in Hidalgo, right in McAllen, Texas, at the Payne Arena on pay-per-view, and it's the expense of Alberto Del Rio. But he's willing to step up and ask to fight me. He called me out. He said he wanted to fight me, so it's going to be a good one.